Hi everyone, my name is Chi. Welcome to my first episode, Lifestyle Talk with Coco-Chi, where real people talk about real issues. On today's topic, we're gonna talk about the effect of mental health on domestic violence. And today I have my first guest called Anne. She's a teacher, and I will let her introduce herself. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. You've already said my name is Anne. I was a mortgage consultant for about 13 years, and then I changed profession to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm a mom, and also I'm a professional qualified counselor.
Oh, you are a very busy woman.
I am indeed.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So, today we're talking about the effect of mental health and domestic violence.
Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit of domestic violence, and what does it look like, and what form does it take?
Domestic violence comes in different forms, so you can't really say it comes in this shape, size. Yeah. But what I could say is, some people, you don't even know what the signs are.
Yeah.
So you don't even know that you are being abused until maybe an external person actually comes in and see different things, or see the way you have been manipulated. So we can't really put a definition on, it takes different forms. It could be physical, it could be emotional, psychological. Yeah. So it could be anything.
Financial as well.
It could be financial, it could be dominant, whereby you are suppressed, you cannot actually, you don't have a voice, so you can't actually communicate and have your own opinion. So it comes in different ways, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah, I know it does come a lot, it does come different types, it takes different forms. And sometimes I think the emotional one is kind of more dangerous or more serious stuff. Because sometimes if it's physical, you can actually see it. Yeah. When it's emotional, you don't know.
You can't see, especially emotionally, you just see the person is actually secluded, or they become an introvert, or they become a person into themselves. So you don't really see anything happening, but you just notice that this person is not really acting the way they actually should. Yeah. So that emotionally and psychologically, they're not really with it anymore. So that's where maybe they don't have no self-confidence, no self-esteem. All that has actually disappeared really because of probably the abuse.
Yeah. And that brings me to my next question. Do you think that women actually know when they were being abused or something? Do you think they know?
Sometimes I would say yes, and sometimes no. I think most of the time I would say probably not, because you know what, they will be thinking, this guy loves me and he does all these things for me. He buys all these things for me. Maybe he's stressed. Yeah. So they will always come up with different form of excuses for that person. Yeah. But as it goes on, they can see, but I think the fear of I'm not financially capable of looking after myself or my children, depending on how many they have. So it puts a lot of restrictions, and they just stay in there saying, oh, maybe because of my children, I will stay. I will stay, or I will condone this for a little bit longer. Yeah. But a lot of damage is actually being done. It's already done, yeah. It's even being done, not only to the woman, but also to the children. Exactly, so there is there's a lot going on. So emotionally, which you can't see in the children, psychologically, and sometimes it affects children, especially now that I'm a teacher, I can see it in children. Even in schools, you could see it. Yeah. That, you know what, emotionally, these children are not stable, and mentally, they are not with it. That's why we have a lot of mental health with children. They are not stable because of the effect of what is going on at home.
At home, yeah. It does affect the whole family. It does. So children sometimes too, they absorb what's going on. They won't talk because they don't want to speak to the mother, or maybe they're scared of the father, you know. So I've been there, so I know. Yeah. So that takes me to another question. Okay. You have been there. Can you share a little bit of your story?
Right. For me, I would say I was the person that did that to me, I've already knew them when I was growing up. So when I knew them from when I was in secondary school.
Okay.
So it's not that I just got to know this person.
Yeah.
I knew them. I knew their family. They knew my family. So it's like we were family friends.
Yeah.
And as time grew by, he actually told my siblings, my older ones, and said to them, when I grow up, he's going to marry me.
Wow.
And
okay.
I thought, forget that. I'm
Yeah.
not right interested. But what I normally do is, because he's very good with physics,
Yeah.
I wasn't. And I always take my work to him all the time.
Really? Okay.
To say, help me out, help me out, help me out. And then as I grew older, you know what, okay, maybe the affection got there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got together. We actually got married.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
Wow.
were married for maybe about 2 years, going on 3, when I could see some patterns.
You noticed something, yeah. Okay.
I could see, but you know what, the way I look at it was mentally he was not there. One thing I know is that he's a very ambitious person.
Yeah.
So he was aiming to get a 2-1 in his, I think that was his second degree, and he came out with a 2-2.
Wow.
And I think he was actually gutted.
Okay.
And I think from there on, things were not right.
Okay.
But you know what? I don't know the signs of
Right.
what mental health is, what shape he takes, whatever he was.
Yeah.
And I
But
just
you
knew
knew something
was
was
not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his behavior and things were just. I was just like, nah, this is not the same person. But I don't know what is going on.
And this is when you were already married.
Yeah.
That's when you start noticing.
yeah.
Okay.
No, we were married. So this
Yeah.
all happened whilst we were married.
Okay.
And I just thought to myself, I don't know what is going on. And I just knew things were not right. But I don't know what it was.
Okay.
So when I was, one day, so we were just sitting down and he was talking about different things like the moon is full moon. I get upset and I thought, now this is becoming a bit weird for me.
Really?
Because one, I'm not into astrology and I don't believe
Right,
in
okay,
astrology.
yeah.
So for me, that tells me a little bit about
There's something
about astrology. As time went by, he just thought, oh, I've done this before. I've done it to my mom. I've done it to my dad.
What has he done to his?
So I was like, what have you done? So he wasn't really saying much about what he has done.
Right.
But he was just, random things were just going on. And then the next thing, he just said, no. And then he just went into the kitchen and came back and said, well, I'm just going to go for you. And I thought,
What? Go for you? What do you mean go for you?
No, he was going to kill me. So I was pleading for my life.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what, like, really kill you?
Yeah.
With, like, knife, going to
Yeah.
the kitchen to bring in a knife? Or?
I saw the knife, so it wasn't like I didn't see it. So I saw it and I thought, God, you know what? Something must happen today. And I was just like, please don't kill me.
And what happened?
Well, he did stab me.
He stabbed you? Yeah. Wow. He stabbed you? And you're alive, like, stabbed? What? How?
I'm alive. I will look at it this way, by the grace of God. Because I don't think I would have made it. So, in between all of that, he now committed suicide. So it wasn't.
Same day or?
Same day. Same day.
So he just planned to take both lives?
I believe so. Probably he thought, yes, I've killed her, so I might as well kill myself. I'm not quite sure.
And he didn't know that
I was still
you're
alive.
still alive. Well, so how were you rescued? What happened? How?
It was amazing how I was, because after I heard a loud bang, I was like, what is that? I
Right.
didn't even think probably it was him.
Right.
I picked up the phone and I called 999, but I was calling 999 for him, not even for myself.
That's an amazing story. Oh my God. How you survived that?
I don't know. But I'm here today. And I'm doing life by His grace.
Wow. That's wow. I've not heard stories like that before. You know, sometimes people say they run away from a domestic violence but not stabbed, like nearly died. Mm-hmm. Did you have children with him?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I think we were both thinking career-wise, you know, well, finish your education And that was I was going into my second degree anyway. So that was my second degree. That was his. He was actually going into, yes, he was going to do his master's.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, let's plan, let's get all of this out of the way before we start having children. Because at the time, we were still young.
Yeah. How old were you there, if you don't mind me asking?
When this happened to me, I was 24.
That's quite young.
Yeah.
Wow. That is an amazing story, Anne. Wow.
Thank you.
So, can you now describe, like, if somebody wants to come out from domestic, what is the signs? Like, you kind of notice a sign when this is happening. A lot of people, like mental health, you know, with domestic violence, some people don't know the difference or something like that. So, how did you, if you have any tip or any advice to anyone that have a partner that have something mental health, or so, what is the signs they have to look out for?
Even before you look at signs, the first thing I will actually say is, even when you get into a relationship, you need to begin to ask questions.
Yeah.
The background of where you are from, what kind of history you have in your family, before you are even saying, okay, yes, we are getting married, or anything like that, because it could have an effect. And if both of you have not decided to say, we are going to deal with this, then it might end up in a different way.
Yeah.
But one of the signs that you could see changes in character, changes in behavior, and then you need to begin to question, where are those changes coming from? I know life is strange, life is difficult as it is. So yes, we go through different stresses and different pressures, but you can tell when it's not stress from work or even pressure, but there's something else happening to this individual. And that's where you need to seek for help or say to somebody else that this person is behaving weirdly. Strange. I won't even call it weird, but strange. This is not the kind of person that I'm married to, but I don't know, or I'm having a relationship. It could even be a friend. It doesn't have to be a partner, because you can just tell that, you know what, they need to come out or they need to speak. So that's where you can voice it out and say, I don't understand it, but I can see there's some strange patterns in the behavior of this individual. And I don't know, I'm not a professional, but probably they might need help. So by the time other people are actually looking at those kind of things, they might just see a different pattern. That, you know what, I hear what you're saying, you know.
Okay, wow. So there's another issue that is, you know, a lot of women, sometimes they think there's no help out there, and then they bottle up whatever they're going through at home. They just, you know, they don't know there's help out there. Do you think there's help out there for women or anyone, you know?
There is help out there. There is a lot of help out there, because, you know, there's even a women's refuge. There's different forms that you could take. You can even call the police, and the police will actually give you protection. So they won't know, or they can put an injunction on the person. It doesn't have to be just women, it could be men, because there are some women who abuse men, and there are men who abuse women. But the reason men don't talk about it is because they feel, you know, degraded in a way of saying, how can a woman touch me? And sometimes men don't want to talk about it. Not only talk about it, but also they don't want to hit the woman. Because, you know, maybe they were not brought up in that kind of environment, or they just know that this is not right.
Oh, wow,
So it is both parties, whereby there are help out there, but you know what, we need to be able to get to a place whereby we say we need help. I
need help now, But
if we don't talk, then we suffer in silence.
Exactly, that's true, and that's the most dangerous place to be.
Exactly.
There is help out there, and you just have to ask for it, and and look out for it.
It's available anywhere you look. But it's just for us to get to that point to say, I need this help, and I need to get up of this toxic environment.
Thank you, Anne, for coming, and thanks for sharing your story.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, viewers, you've heard what Anne has shared today. Wow, that was amazing. So mental health and domestic violence, you know, everyone is going through something. And if what we discussed today resonates to you, drop us an email, follow us on all social medias. Thank you for joining us today, and We hear that.